Hello there, friends. Okay, I got a quick message to share with you here. By the way, I'm safe. We're driving on the back road. Nothing to worry about. But here is the thing. There's like so much divisions in the Adventist church, and you guys have seen it. We've talked about a number of them. We have all these different ministries scattered here, there, and everywhere. And we talk about unity all the time, and how we need to come together. What I've noticed is that in all the major divisions we have in the Adventist church with the conservatives and the liberal, and also the supporting ministries and dependent ministries, those terms you've heard, mainline Seventh-day Adventists. One thing I've noticed is that all of them, in most cases, they love to preach the gospel. They have a heart and a passion for mission, and they also want the three angels' messages to go forward. But however, they can't come together. And it's interesting to me, it's like, why can't you come together when you have so much more in common with each other than some things that you have in opposition? You know, so here at Advent Media Connect, I've been thinking and praying about this morning. There has to be something we can do to say, bring different ministries together. You say, why did you bring Ryan Day? Well, we can make an effort and reach out. Why did I bring Conward Vine? Because they need to be reached out. As a matter of fact, I've even tried to get in touch with Ganoon Diop. I haven't gotten any answers yet. We trying to get in touch with Wen Kelly. There's been some, difficulties as far as getting a date is concerned, but these are different individuals we can reach to and trying to get in touch with them. And Barbara O'Neill is on our list as well. And not just that, let's talk to Ted Wilson. Let's try to bring Ted Wilson to the channel. Why not? And I think these are things that needs to be happening. What I've noticed, while some group will preach about this, that group will preach about that, I don't see them coming together and actually talk to each other. Have you noticed that? Very few of them have actually sat either in the same room or on a podcast and say, let's talk. Here is my position on this. Here is my position on this. Where do we agree? Where do we disagree? Can we shake hands and move forward with the work that God has given us to do? I think there will be such a difference in the world if all these various ministries will learn to sit and talk. Think about it. Even the devil knows there's great power in communication, in effort to sit down and talk. We don't have to agree on everything, but just the fact we can actually shake hands and look each other in the eyes and talk and be vulnerable enough to one another, great things can happen. What does the enemy do with ecumenical dialogues? He uses ecumenical dialogues to bring Christians to a point where they're no longer protesting against the Catholic Church, and they are uniting with Rome. That is crazy, friends. They are eating at Jezebel's table. So this is not to say ecumenism in itself is all evil. The practice and the goal of ecumenism is problematic, but an effort to come together and talk is not bad. Here is the thing, and I'm not trying to promote ecumenism here, don't miss the point. If the devil could use it for evil, weren't we learned that to every truth there is a counterfeit? So imagine if Elder Ted Wilson, think about that one, sit down and talk to Andrew Enriquez. Imagine Dr. Conward Vine and Ivor Myers sitting down and talk to each other, right? Instead of Ivor Myers making videos and comparing him to Satan, talk to him. Imagine those conversations taking place. Imagine Pastor Ron Kelly sitting down with Jim Mitchell on a live discussion. Can you imagine that? So, do you know what power will come out of that? Do you know what will result from this? Even if they don't agree 100%, even if 15% of healing and restoration could have happened through those conversations, the body of Christ, the church would benefit greatly. So I'm trying to think outside the box here, and I'm trying to make that effort to see how we can talk to people, not just our little bubble, our little silos. Talk to people that normally you will not want to talk to, because you might learn something from them. You don't have to agree with false teachings and false doctrines. We don't have to promote that. And when that is wrong, that needs to be, checked and debunked, and that's fine. But to understand why a person believes what he believes, why they take the stand that they take, talk to them. Talk to them. Talk to them publicly. Ask the questions. Ask the difficult questions. Get to know what's going on in the heart and in the mind. What has the Lord laid on their heart to bring them to this position? And this is why I want to I'm reaching out to more different ministries to talk to them and have those interviews. We've had several interviews on our podcast here. We've brought people here that some people like, some people don't like, some people agree with, some people disagree with. But nevertheless, the conversation must be had. And if we want to understand each other to a degree and have enough respect to understand our differences and learn to agree and disagree and learn to love each other, you have to talk. You have to talk. There is no way you're going to fix problems that we are having as a people if we don't talk. So I'm reaching out to a number of ministries. I will talk to Ivor Myers. Yes, Ivor Myers and I may not be best friends, but I will talk to him. I will talk to Angel Enriquez. Yes, I would. I will talk to Pastor Tinsley. I will talk to Ganoon Diop. I said, bring on. Actually, I gave a number. I gave my number to them. By the way, if you're watching this video, I'm gonna make sure I put my number in the description of this video or at the top. My number and email is there. So you want to come to Advent Media Connect and talk and have an open conversation about your ministry, what's going on and stuff like that? I don't care. Let's talk. Let's talk. I don't want no doctrinal debate. I just want to know why you believe the things that you believe and what is it that we may not understand. And that's fine. Bring that conversation to the table. Let's learn to agree and disagree. And let's cipher our differences. Because at the end of the day, if we believe in the gospel, we believe in the three angels' messages, we believe the Bible, we believe the spirit of prophecy, we believe we have a work to do in these last days, we have to learn how to talk to each other. It's as simple as that. We have to learn how to talk to each other. And I'm open for that conversation. I'm willing to have this conversation. So anybody who feels impressed to have this conversation, to talk and say, you know what, I will talk to you, friends. I will talk to you. I'm going to go as far to say, I will even talk to Emmanuel Nugues. And we've had some history. I will talk to him. I will talk to David House. Yes, I will talk to him. I say, you want to come on? You want to sit down and talk? Come on. Let's have a conversation. Let me understand what's going on in your heart so that I can learn to respect you better and love you better. And that's only right for us to do. That is what I like. That is the Christianity I want to see. That is the change I would like to see in Adventism. You may not agree with it. You may think the best way to remain divided in our little silos and stay in our little corner. You may feel this is the best way to go about it. I'll tell you, friends, that is not the case at all. That is not the case at all. I take a different position when it comes to this matter. Anyway, share your thought and perspective with me. Do you agree with me or disagree with me? Let's have the conversation in the comment below. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.